I'm Eileen, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post a video every week about fashion and luxury, and I'd love for you to join my YouTube family. So today, I want to talk about my saves and splurges when I do my shopping. So there are certain areas in my wardrobe that I'll prefer to save money on. Meanwhile, I'm quite happy to splurge on other items. Now obviously, everyone will have a different budget and also priorities for their wardrobe. But generally, I think it's better to buy good quality pieces that will last you a long time. Having said that, I think it's also important to not spend beyond your budget, and I don't think anyone should go hungry for fashion. Personally, I try to look after my items and hopefully I don't have to replace them too soon or too often. In terms of clothing, I usually save on t-shirts and jeans. Now my most expensive t-shirts are from Balmain, so I have this one in black and I have another one in white. I wear them quite a lot, so cost per wear is quite decent. Apart from these, most of my t-shirts are quite cheap and cheerful, and I wear a lot of t-shirts from Uniqlo. They are very comfy and they wash very well. Now I know in the last 2 years, there's been this trend for t-shirts, and every high-end fashion house was launching their own t-shirts like Versace and Chanel. Now I'm sure they are very well made and very beautiful, but for me, I just cannot justify the price because personally I think a t-shirt is not a substantial piece of clothing to pay that much for, but that is just my personal opinion. I will also save on jeans when it comes to clothing. Generally, I'm not someone who will buy a new pair of jeans every other week, and most of my jeans are actually from Topshop. I actually own quite a few pairs in black colour because I just love wearing black jeans. They cost about £50 each, and honestly, I've worn them so much for quite a number of years and they've held up very well. At one point, I actually wanted to try high-end jeans, but on me, they didn't look that much better. So at least for now, I'm quite happy to stick to a low budget for this part of my closet. So in terms of clothing, I don't quite mind splurging on a good quality coat. Now I actually have 3 pieces from Burberry. They are not the cheapest, but they are so well made, so I'm sure they can see me through in the many years to come. I've spoken about my Burberry trench coat on my channel a lot, and honestly it's such a fantastic investment for me because I've worn it so much. It's such a versatile piece. Personally, I think a good quality coat can instantly elevate your outfit. As I mentioned before, my t-shirts and my jeans are often cheap and cheerful, but when I put on a nice coat, it really helps to complete the whole outfit. And I think many times you will look so classy and more expensive. I also don't quite mind splurging on scarves. To me, everyone should have a good scarf because you can style it in so many ways. So with this one accessory, you can create so many different looks. Now this is another category that I don't plan to have a huge collection for. So I have 5 pieces in my collection, and like a lot of elements in my wardrobe, I try to stick to neutral colors. My favorite scarves are the Hermes cashmere scarves. The material is so light, soft and cozy, and they keep me very warm. Now just like a good quality coat, I think a scarf can complete your outfit very effortlessly. So when I have a plain t-shirt and a pair of skinny jeans on, I will just throw a scarf on and the whole outfit will look very put together. I think when it comes to footwear, comfort is so important. I used to buy a lot of cheap shoes from fast fashion stores, but very soon I realized no matter how cheap they are just not really worth the money. So now I'm quite happy spending a bit more on good quality shoes that will last me a long time. I especially like to splurge on flat shoes because I just get so much use out of them. Personally, even when I go to a formal occasion like a wedding, I prefer to wear flat shoes because I just feel so much more confident when my feet are comfortable. So my daily shoes are these tops. I know they look very tired, but that's because I wear them a lot. They are very comfy and durable. They also come with these rubber soles, so I can definitely get them resoled in the future. And for weekends, shopping, and sometimes even for work, I like my Roger Viva flat shoes. They are just so classy and timeless. And if I go to a formal event like a wedding, then I'll go for something like my Valentino Rockstars. So these shoes certainly cost a lot more, but if you look after them and get them repaired when it's time, they will last you a long time. And to me, I think they are worth every penny. So when it comes to shoes, there are some categories that I will save my money on, and the first one are certainly trainers. Generally, I don't wear trainers a lot, and if I do, I generally like to go for something which are worry-free, good quality and comfy. So for me, I like to go for a pair of Converse or Vans in a white color. At one point, I was actually looking at the Chanel trainers, but it cost about £550. So at this point, I just cannot justify the purchase because cost per wear for me will be very high. So another shoe category that I save my money on is certainly high heels. Now I just don't feel comfortable wearing high heels, and to me, even if you look amazing in a certain pair of heels, but if you cannot walk properly, then it's quite pointless. Now of course, I know a lot of ladies can run a marathon in high heels, but if you cannot stand up properly and you're just buying high heels because they look good, then you should probably consider spending your money elsewhere, and I'm sure your feet will thank you. I love handbags, and I usually like to splurge on classic pieces. I don't actually have a huge collection, but I think it is a healthy collection of handbags. Generally, I like to buy classic pieces because they never go out of fashion, therefore I know I'll be using them for a long time. Also, when I buy a handbag, I try to stick to neutral colors because that way my handbag can complement a lot of my outfits, and that way I can keep my collection fairly reasonable. So one of my forever pieces is this Hermes Kelly 28. This is such a beautiful and graceful handbag. I've used it a lot. I'm sure I'll use it in many more years to come. Now obviously a handbag like this will come with a hefty price tag, so I'm not quite sure if I will end up saving money in the long run, but I can say for sure that I end up buying less handbags than I would in the past. I also like to save on clutches when it comes to handbags. I only have one clutch bag in my collection, and this is by YSL. I've actually done a video about this bag on my channel. Generally, I don't have to attend a lot of formal occasions like balls or weddings where I might have to carry a clutch bag. And to be very honest, I think a lot of handbags in my collection are quite suitable for those occasions. So that's one of the reasons why I went for this option, because I was actually debating between this one and a few other more expensive versions, including the Hermes GJ. But at the end, I decided I just will not use a clutch bag a lot. So really, I just need to have a beautiful and well-made clutch bag to complete my collection. And I think this piece is value for money. So I love my handbags, but there are certain bags that I'll save my money on, and one of them is certainly the backpack. Now I use my backpack mainly for travel, especially for flights, because I love to be hands-free. I also don't look for a leather bag because that can add a bit of weight to the backpack. So the one I use is from Carp Kitson. I just think this one looks very cute. It comes with two front pockets and a back pocket, which is very handy to have. It's big enough to carry everything I need, and I like the fact that it's not too big, it's quite compact. So this is perfect for me for travel. Now I've seen a lot of beautiful ladies carrying the very beautiful Chanel backpacks. Now if money is not a factor, I would love to own one. But realistically, I just don't think I'll be using them a lot for my daily life, and I'm not sure if they will be a workhorse bag for travel. I love my jewelry, but personally I save on costume and silver jewelry. I do have quite a few pieces in my collection, but most of them are gifts or presents from my very kind friends and family. For example, my husband gave me a silver necklace from Tiffany & Co. when we were dating, and it's a silver necklace from the Elsa Peretti collection. I was wearing it quite a bit. After a while it started turning black, so I took it back to the store and I did a bit of polishing, but 2 days after that it turned black again. I'm not sure if that was because I was wearing it in the shower, but I kind of just stopped wearing it since. I really like the design, and I think if it was in a yellow gold or rose gold, I would still be wearing it quite a lot. Same goes with costume jewelries from a lot of high-end fashion houses. For example, the very popular Chanel earrings. I've never really considered them because I've heard that sometimes the quality is not great, and I just don't want to deal with the hassle of having to send the piece of jewelry back for repair. Also, I think they are quite overpriced for what they are, so they are just not sitting on top of my budget. So I'm sure you know by now that I would prefer to splurge on fine jewelry. I just think they last so much longer, and you can even pass them down to your children or grandchildren. And generally, I just prefer to pay for precious metal and precious stones. My favorite pieces are my Hermes CDC bracelet, my Tiffany earrings, and also the Cartier love ring. Now, I don't have a huge collection, but that also means a lot of my pieces are on frequent rotations and they get a lot of love from me. So at least for jewelry, less is certainly more. In my opinion, if you get, let's say, like a necklace that can go with a lot of outfits and is something that you can wear every day, then you are already making your money worth. So the last category is beauty and personal care. Now, I usually try to save on body care products. A lot of my body care products are from drugstores. For example, I use the Dove body wash and Pantene shampoo and conditioner, and my body lotion is from Nivea. I actually got this body lotion from Laura Mercier over Christmas time just as a little treat for myself, and this smells amazing. But I don't think I'll be buying it again unless if there's a very good offer, because it's quite expensive. Now, in the past, I used to buy quite a lot of body care products from the high-end stores like Chanel and Hermes, but now I don't actually see the need to buy products that will cost me an arm and a leg, especially when the drugstore products do the job just fine for me. I'm quite happy to splurge on skincare. Now, I do try to look after my skin, and no matter how tired I am, I will not skip my skincare routine. So if I feel like a product is helping to improve my skin, I'll be quite happy to spend the money. Same goes with beauty gadget. So for example, I use this For Real face brush, and I feel like it's helping to cleanse my face a lot better compared to if I just use my hands. I also use this Rayva facial massager every night to help with circulation of my skin, and I find that it helps my skincare products absorb a lot better. Also, I tend to get a bit of melia on this part of my face, so when it's time, I will see my dermatologist to have them taken care of. Now, I still don't have the perfect skin. I still get spots on this part of my face, but I try to do everything in my power to look after my skin and hopefully age gracefully. So that's my video about my saves and splurges. I'm so interested to know how your wardrobe works. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Have a good day.